Well, I got the old blue Chevy out. Was gonna go get the engine for that 57. Guy said it's gonna be ready this morning, but when I was getting ready to leave, he said, well, it'll be this evening. He's got to polish the thrust surface on the crank. Don't sound like it's very together if he's gonna be doing that. I got $5. Says he ain't gonna get it today. Let me tell y'all a little business secret. I work for somebody, but I was saying I work for somebody, but my boss has lots of little stuffy slogans he likes to say, and one is sales drive profits. So if you do what you say you're going to do, you make more sales. Don't do what you say you're going to do, guess what? People are going to say, hey man, this guy might be good, but he just don't deliver. Another one he likes to say, my boss, is he says, you can't shoot the moose sitting in the lodge. Now I always wondered why the moose was sitting in the lodge, but then I'm kind of dumb. He explained to me that if you're sitting in the hunting lodge, you ain't gonna shoot the moose. So after it took me some years, but I figured it out. Alright, well, I ain't been doing no car stuff today. I was gonna look at that engine, but one thing, I've been fighting with a computer. I'm gonna have to buy a new computer. Another thing, I need to do a bunch of projects. I had to clean a shed out, organize that a little bit. I got another shed I need to do the same thing too. So, plus I'm smoking a big old hunk of meat. I gotta pay attention to that. Well, that thing's pretty fat tires, ain't it? I can't wait to get this thing lit up. Alright, Saturday morning, I've been out. Didn't have to go to work today. Look at that, 66. Isn't that wonderful? I've been out doing gardening stuff. Now I got a problem. Well, one problem is I still got no engine for this car. That's right. The phrases, get you done today, or pick it up next week, or for sure tomorrow after work, don't mean nothing. Anyway, I'm not gonna cry about that much more. Maybe a little, but not much more. And I'm having a little trouble with my Mustang here. Let's go out and see what ails it, or see if it acts up today. What it's doing is, not always, but sometimes when you crank it up, it's missing. It smokes like crazy. I believe it's an injector hanging up, is what I believe. I like my coveralls, huh? Let's see how it acts today. Probably gotta turn my radio off. YouTube wouldn't want that. Figure out how to do it. Oh. Well, I guess that's one way. Alright, here we go. Another thing it does is sometimes it idles real high. But sometimes it idles and it runs like a champ. So I'm thinking it's not an internal engine issue. See, it don't sound like it's missing now. Let's see how it acts here after a minute. Oh. Here she's smoking now. See that cloud? figure out how to do this. It's smoky, ain't it? Smells like fuel. I think we got an injector hanging out. That's what I think. I'm gonna go take it for a little ride and I'll bring you back and I'll show you don't smoke in a little bit once it gets warmed up. This little Mustang's a blast. Except I find my feet get tangled up between the clutch and the brake. I got big old feet. Now it's running okay. It does have a bit of a, if you stand on it, you feel a little like it's got a weak cylinder. I bet it's that injector. I think I'm gonna pull it in one of my buildings and take the intake off, not just the upper part, and pull the injectors and have a gander. See, there's a squeaky alternator, quit squeaking after a while. Well, there's my little thing I need to hold in my pocket. Let me see what kind of temps we're making now. See, we're firing on all eight now. Isn't that peculiar though? An injector does that, I think. A little on the low side, ain't it? I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do is go fill it up with gas, one. The gas price probably won't be no cheaper the next time I try to drive it. I'm gonna pull the upper intake off and pull them injectors. And probably pull all the plugs. Well, I went and got $50 worth of fuel. This is insane, people. I think all I gotta do is pull that upper plenum off there. Don't need to take the intake off. But I'm gonna let her cool down. She's a little warm. So let's go see what else I have to consider today. Another thing I'd like to do today is get that engine and transmission off this chassis. Maybe not necessarily the transmission, but you know, just in case my engine guy gets my engine done. That's the next, I need to put the engine on, get the exhaust and everything wrapped up. And I also need to patch where I had to cut the floorboard here. Need to get that done. I ought to do that today. There's lots to do, you know, but I'm kind of bumping my head against the wall with this engine business. Oh yeah, and I got this for my little lamp. I think I'm going to put that coming out the back and put a receptacle inside to plug this up. I'm rethinking my idea of putting switches there. The light's got a switch right there. Really don't really need a switch. It would just overcomplicate it maybe. So that's one thing I'm thinking about. Anyway, there's a lot to say grace over around here. Oh yeah, I'd like to take this and make myself a little walk. I gotta weld up that hole though and straighten that out. But I can probably do that. You know, I got lots of things to consider here. Alright, I'm taking this car apart. Hope I can figure out how to put a Ford back together. Missing one header bolt there. And 2 header bolts. There, it's a wonder it don't leak. Also, my light just quit. It appears that the plenum gasket is leaking right back there. It's wet all the way to the outside. Can't really tell too much here. Somebody's had it off though. You can see they run one of them little Ziz wheels on it. And it appears that that back hole there isn't in too good a shape. Kind of stripped out. So, see there. And we got to clean up some dirt daubers and some mouse or something leavings. And we're going to pull these injectors. So I'm going to get busy. Well, that wasn't too hard. Now I'm going to go ahead. I got the rails off, got the injectors loose. Looks like most of the O-rings are stuck in the rail, don't it? Anyways, that's doable. I can fix that. I'm going to pull all these injectors and keep them in order, and I'm going to try to jerry-rig a way to test them.
Jerry.
No, I'm not. My name ain't Jerry. But I know a guy named Jerry, so that's almost as good, right?
Right.
Alright, I got them out. Now I'm going to go try to devise a method to test them. Alright, I'm going to turn my GoPro off. I've been watching some of these videos on TikTok about all the weeds in your yard that are good to eat. Well, I just ate a dandelion. Not too tasty. I kind of wish I didn't do that. Alright. Here's what I'm attempting to do. I saw this on the YouTube. Hey, that's where you learn everything, right? You take the little tube from your carb cleaner can and you melt the end of it, which I already did, and stick it in there so it fits kind of tight in your valve stem. You got to remove the Schrader valve. And now I'm going to heat my hot glue gun up. Yes, I have a hot glue gun. And I'm going to hot glue that to there. And then when I get through with it, I'm going to stick it over the end of my injector and see what happens when I squirt a little pressure in it. And if it squirts out without any wire connections, that means this injector is leaking, which I suspect it is, but I don't know. Some people clean these things out this way and then put them back in. Don't know if I'm going to do that. A new set of injectors is about 150 bucks from the same place I bought them from for my Trans Am, so I don't know what's your time worth. Take it all apart, put it back together, and then figure out it don't work anyway. My time's worth a little bit, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. But I do want to prove my theory here, so stay tuned. I'll bring you along. Also, there's a little screen in the end of them things, which I ground the end off of one of these self tappers and screwed it in there and pulled that out. Probably could reuse it, but the screen's pretty darn dirty. Probably not helping matters. Alright, I was wrong in this instance.
That's hard to believe.
It's not leaking. It really is, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Did you find a 9-volt battery?
I did not. Did you need me to get you one?
I need one.
Okay.
To continue my experiment.
Alright.
Reminds me of an old song. Alright, I was digging through gaskets. I thought I might have a Ford intake plenum gasket, but if I do, I ain't found it. But I did find this. It's old gasoline ration stamp. It might be coming to that pretty soon here, huh?
That's kind of ironic, huh?
And $10 worth of 9-volt batteries. For Pete's sake. What are you laughing about?
Her little contraption.
Alright. Here's what I have determined. I already tried this once, but well, look.
Oh.
Oh, press that again. Hold that down. Bang!
Ah! Stop! I knew you were going to do that.
That's the injector I thought was bad. It ain't too clean right there, but or I mean it ain't real super atomized, but alright, let go. It is working. Alright. Alright, now I'm gonna back flush it. Push the button there. Push the bang!
Quiet.
Kind of dribbles that way, don't it? Now this one right here ain't too good. Push that button there, mama.
Bang!
See, it's bad. It's not doing right. Yeah, we're gonna put injectors in it. This one even works even worse. So yeah, we're gonna put injectors in it. I guess I'm gonna go order that stuff up to get it coming as soon as possible. That one wasn't bad, so you know, I'm not gonna go through and test them all, but it is pretty neat to be able to do that with this simple little contraption. All you need is a little hot glue, can of carb cleaner, a valve stem, pop the O-ring off, give it some pressure and squirt it. pretty simple business. One thing you'll want to remember if you're doing this is if your wife walks up and be standing, you know, right here, you don't want to activate it. I'm just saying. Don't ask me how I know. Ooh, this injector's leaking just a little. You can hear it. Atomizing pretty nicely though, ain't it? Anyway, I just ordered new injectors, so I think that'll help that thing run better. Well, that's a pretty neat little experiment there, I'd say. That one leaks a little bit too, you can hear it. Look at yeah. That's neat to verify what your fuel injectors are doing. So all that is an old valve stem and some hot glue and one of them things that always comes on a can of carb cleaner. Alright. Might go pull all the spark plugs out of it now. Or maybe not. I don't know. I'm going to go do something somewhere. I think I'm going to go ahead and pull all the plugs on this thing. And I might fix that positive battery cable. Let's see what I feel like here. All the spark plugs look really good. Maybe a tad lean. They're white. They don't have. Oh, brush me off.
Good night.
If you'd have crawled in there and got that spark plug, I wouldn't have got filthy. Oh, dust. Don't do it. We'll move away. Yeah. For all the misfiring and carrying on that thing does when it's cold, I'm pretty confident it's those injectors. We could do a compression check on her. We could do that. I did like 3 cylinders before, but we could do them all. And I need to put header bolts in. Let me go see if I got some header bolts. Bet you I do. That bag tube there was a challenge. I had to pry the tube over while I was putting the bolt in, but I got her. Now I just gotta tighten them up. Funny that didn't leak. It must be good gaskets. Anyway, I tightened up all the bolts. Then all the bolts are in it now. What am I gonna do for my next trick?
Are you just gonna test that?
Test what? Compression test?
Yeah, compression test.
I'll have to unplug the fuel pump some way, I guess, if I do that.
You just talked about it, so.
Maybe what I'll do next is fix this battery cable. Alright, now we gotta go build one of them. One isn't too good. Alright, I'm fitting to show you how I'm making this cable. See there? Then you just, ouch, don't hit your thumb.
Oh my goodness.
Kind of wish I didn't do that. That's kind of smart. Now that I've smashed my thumb for the Ford, I was sitting there holding ice on it, you know, because it kind of hurts. And I saw something I got to go and buy, so I'm going to go do that now. Funny how the wheel turns, ain't it? Alright, this is what we had to go get. I don't know if you can see it back there. See it there? Yeah, a Troy built horse rototiller. That's my thumb. Swelled up a little bit, ain't it? Yep, that's what I done went and did. Look at that, the tines look good. I think I done good. I paid $150. Tires flat.
That don't look right.
This muffler's rusted out. It's no big whoop. It's got a Tecumseh. I think the other one I have is a Briggs & Stratton. Carburetor's all there. I don't know. We're just gonna have to see what we got here. That's all there is to it. Yeah, I think this one's better than my other one, which I don't have at this time. I loaned it to somebody. You know how that goes. I'd say it's been kept under cover. The engine oil looks nice and clean. We'll have to investigate here a little bit. It is missing a little rod there that sets the depth of the how deep you till. Other than that, she's all there. I'm kind of excited. Hey, would you ring the bell? She's gonna go out and put air in the tires on that rototiller. But since I smashed my thumb, I think I'm gonna, maybe I should aim where I'm looking. I think I'm gonna take it easy the rest of the day. The motor man don't have the motor yet.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. Alright, go ahead, ring the bell. Alright, thanks for watching, y'all. We really do appreciate you. Please don't forget to go to MrHeavyChevy.com and get you a hat or t-shirt. And if you ask for real nice, Mrs. Heavy Chevy may make some kind of metal art or something like that. Something like that. So here's where you ask real nice. Okay, bye now.